didn't know that. It's only thousands.
Well, it's an absolutely beautiful morning to be putting a pack on and going for a walk down the Paria River. This is a trip that I have been looking forward to doing for several years since I did it about 8 years ago at this point. So I'm on a 6-day backpacking trip with a group of university students. They'll make themselves visible here at some point in the video. Really great group of people. Excited to share the next 6 days with them. But the Paria is kind of an iconic backpacking trip, and it's not very often that you get to go on a 6-day long trip, so we're going to enjoy the beauty of this place and try to capture it as much as we can. So this video is actually sponsored by Insta360, and I'm filming this entire trip on the Ace Pro camera. So we're going to go through all of the various modes and really put the camera to use on this trip over this 6-day backpacking trip down the Paria. So let's have a good time. Hope you enjoy it. Making pretty good time here, and the walls are going to start to narrow up here pretty soon. We've been keeping a good pace because there's actually a pretty large group behind us that is pushing us a little bit. Want to make sure we get the best campsite possible. But I'm just so stoked to be down here. It's beautiful. All right, we've made it into the beginning of the narrow section here, and this is just spectacular. It is such a beautiful canyon. It's nice and narrow. I am so happy right now. I don't know why this stuff is like so interesting to me and so cool. Just love it.
Ask us a riddle.
Yeah, he might.
We won't be able to get it.
What is your name?
So the last time I hiked this canyon, the river was running at 90 CFS. For just comparison's sake, we're running at about 18 right now today. It's about ankle deep in most places. So we just passed through an area that we were moving so slow with how much mud there was and how fast the water was moving and how high it was. We actually swam up to our chest. We had to put our packs above our heads, and it is so bizarre to like have had that experience in the canyon and to be back and kind of like relive it in a totally different way. Like I'm loving this so much. It's so beautiful, but it's bizarre to like have had the river running at such a high rate. It can be super cold before. I mean, we're moving at a pace that is significantly faster than the last time that I was down here through this canyon. All right, we made it to the confluence. Yeah! Well, the group is getting all squared away on their dinner. First dinner, they said. They're going to do a second dinner. But we're here at the confluence of Buckskin and got my tent set up here. We're up on the upper bench, which is the really nice campsite. Got the confluence down there. There's another group, university group down there, but up this way is Buckskin Gulch. And tomorrow morning, we're gonna go do some day hiking up there, probably go 2-3 miles, and then turn around and come back and have some lunch. And then we're going back further down the canyon for another 4 or 5 days of walking. And it's a little bit colder than I think I would like, but got a nice puffy jacket and gonna get a good warm meal going here and just enjoy the evening. So clear sky, should have some good stars tonight. Can't wait. So gonna get dinner going, and I'm gonna have some Italian sausage and zesty tomato sauce with farfalle pasta and parmesan.
Wow, that sounds so fancy.
Morning of day 2 here at the mouth of Buckskin Gulch. Everybody's getting packed up here. We're gonna head up canyon and go do day hike up Buckskin. And things are a little screwy time-wise with daylight savings being last night, but that's fine. We're just out here to enjoy ourselves. And yeah, we'll see how far we get up Buckskin today. It's cold. It's like freezing temperatures. About 35 is what it was this morning, but not too bad for the time of year. So let's head on up Buckskin and see what this canyon's all about. Just so much mud on my shoes.
Yeah, that was the struggle.
What does that rope do?
Well, we turned around at the Boulder Jam and making our way back to the packs now. I think we'll stop and just enjoy a nice casual lunch, find some sunshine to warm up, and then we'll make our way down the Paria a bit more, about 5 miles today is the idea. And should be a good time. Really, really enjoying how beautiful this place is. Just the light in the canyon right now is pretty phenomenal. As you see, packs are on. We're headed down Buckskin back to the confluence of the Paria, and then making our way further down the river. Today's a pretty casual day. We're doing about 5 miles. Go hike the abandoned meander. Just hang out. enjoy a little bit more narrow section of the Paria. Oh yeah, here it is.
Wait, actually, no, is that where it was? Oh.
Not gonna lie, that's some cold, cold water. Fresh snow melt. I would say we're 45 to 40 degrees. That is cold. Good golly. All right, day 5, Devin here, just interrupting to share my experience here real quick with the Insta360 Ace Pro. I've been filming every single thing you've seen in this video on the Ace Pro, and it has been a fantastic experience. I love all of the different features that you have, the software being super user-friendly, and just the overall capabilities of this tiny little camera. I love the flip-up screen that gives the ability to like basically frame things really nice, and from a vlog perspective makes it nice to be able to see yourself in the frame and kind of what things look like. But when you're getting low down shots and such, you're able to flip that up and really get a good framing with the camera that way. I also love that the camera is an 8K sensor, but when you're shooting in a 4K, it's taking 4 pixels and creating a really sharp, high quality image for you to see that has a lot of information, really good dynamic range. I've just been impressed with the usability aspect of the camera to provide what is giving a very high quality look. It does have an 1.25" size sensor on it that was produced with Leica, so it does provide a really good, sharp, crisp, high quality image. And I really also like the active HDR that you have with the camera that is stabilized, but it provides a really nice dynamic range. You have star lapse, you have time lapse, you have pure video mode. That's kind of like an AI type of thing, where in low light, it has a really nice dynamic range and gives you really good picture quality from that. And then your standard video mode with a lot of like frame rate selections, just so much about this camera I have thoroughly enjoyed. And in this kind of setting, it's worked out really well. I've got it on the tripod selfie stick. I've got the attachment to the backpack, that quick release backpack mount. I like it. And right now you can save $50 on the Insta360 Ace Pro camera and get some free stuff when you use my link below. So check the video description for that link.
I think we should all put out a wag bag and take turns.
So the canyon's opened up quite a bit, and you get these really big, huge, tall walls. Spreads the river out quite a bit. I mean, look at this. Oh, it's so cool. We have found ourselves at the abandoned meander. Check this out. This is cool. Well, we meandered the meander and now have meandered to camp. So we're gonna get things set up here. We're next to one of the main springs called Big Spring. I'm gonna set up over here and get things unloaded and packed and all set up so I can have a nice cozy night and eat some good dinner. And then we're gonna do some activities as a group and just enjoy ourselves. So it's a good camp setup. Well, it's been a busy evening and just kind of getting settled in for bedtime. We've been messing around with a mouse in camp, which happens very often with these like popular places that everybody camps every single year. So the animals just get trained on there being food available. So it was a good time, but it's time to call it a night and get a good night of rest. And we've got some potential weather moving in, so that could make some decisions on kind of what we plan to do for the remainder of the trip. But we'll see what happens. So see you in the morning. Good morning, it's day 3 here at the Big Spring Camp and just enjoying a little bit warmer day today. At least it's warmer waking up here and take a nice casual morning to get things packed up and just enjoy ourselves. Everybody's waking up. Love it. So what I haven't talked about is that my friend Eric Hansen is somewhere in this canyon as well. I think he came down Buckskin yesterday, and so they're just a little bit behind us, which is kind of cool. So hoping to eventually run into him, and I think he's got Miranda and Rainer with him as well. So that'd be cool if that is the case, if that actually panned out. Oh yeah, it's chilly. Oh, we're gonna go check out some ravens over here. Lunchtime, right?
Maybe.
Caleb is the leader of the day, so he's in charge. I am off the clock.
You can eat lunch.
I'm gonna have the same thing I've had the last 3 days. Actually, I'm gonna have peanut butter and jelly tortilla, and then follow up with cheese and pepperoni tortilla. Well, it's really turning out to be a nice day today. Canyon is still so pretty, and the walls down here are huge. Like, it's so tall. It's still pretty narrow, you can see behind me here, but we do potentially have some weather moving in, so all right, we've made it to camp for the night. We're in a little bit tighter site than we've been in the last 2 nights, but it's going to work out just fine. And again, pretty close to water, and then we'll have a good day for hiking tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. But just a fantastic day. Really beautiful. Not as quite as narrow, but super tall walls, and we should have better sun in the morning in this spot. Hopefully, it's a nice, beautiful evening, and gonna enjoy it. So this is my second trip with the new Zenbivy Flex Air ultralight sleeping pad, and this has an R value of 5, and we've been down into freezing temperatures and such for this trip. And for the last trip that I was on, 19 degrees overnight for one, and then 29. And I've been honestly really impressed with the comfort of this pad, but also the pack size of it and the warmth of it. Like, this could actually end up being one of my favorite pads ever. So, and the sleeping bag that I'm using for this trip is the Feathered Friends Swallow 20 degree bag. When I've had my Western mountaineering in the past, I've had more people say you need to check out a Feathered Friends and essentially compare it. And so far, this has been a very, very comfortable and enjoyable sleep experience. It's been plenty warm, it's lightweight, it packs small, and yeah, zipper doesn't get stuck hardly at all. It's been a great time so far. Love it. Well, the temperature difference today in camp is drastically different than it has been the previous 2 nights. I would say like a good 10 degree difference, probably still about, I don't know, 60, 55 degrees. And it is cozy. It is nice. I've been trying to text my wife on the Zoleo, but it's been hard to get messages to come in or out because the canyon is so narrow. We're in a more open area, so aw.
Put a little bit of everything and then we can all share.
Yeah, I thought that was the. Yeah, right. So like, then we'll cut it into pieces.
Okay, now before it gets too dark, we're gonna actually show how these guys have been cooking for the whole trip. Because they're using the Knowles bulk ration cooking system. They're cooking in groups of 3. And we were just doing a little bit of stove rebuild. Hopefully it worked out. But basically, we've got calzones getting ready to go.
And you can open up that lid.
You want to see the ones in here?
Let's see it. Ta-da!
They're looking good.
Oh, baby.
They're looking pretty happy.
Yeah, well, it's Lee's goopy now.
So if you're not familiar, the Knowles bulk ration system is a cooking method where you take a number of pounds of food per person per day, and then you gather like bulk raw ingredients, so a certain amount of flour and cheese and meat and all that kind of stuff, and then you just compile everything, bring a seasoning kit. And so they've made all sorts of cool meals. We've got calzones tonight. Last night, these guys made a like rice jambalaya that had beans and chicken, and I took a bite of it, and it was seriously really good. So it's a pretty cool way to
have that one little braid coming down
to do things. We've had issues with this stove, so hopefully seems like it's doing better already.
Yeah, I think it's gonna work great.
Well, good morning, everybody. Say hello. It is day something. I don't know what it is.
4?
Day 4. We are going to go check out Rather Arch today. Getting breakfast all done. About 8 miles of walking. And hopefully it doesn't rain on us. That's the hope for today. So, time to get packed up. Get in the cold water. Who's ready?
Yeah, never readier.
Never readier.
Never readier.
Let's do it. Walking has begun. The clouds are more present today. We're also getting an earlier start, so. We have dropped packs. We're headed up to Rather Arch, or rather, with a W, however you want to say it. I like Rather. Sounds a bit more intense, but it's about half mile or so up to the arch with a good elevation gain at the end. It is one of the largest arch spans, we'll say, in the West. That's pretty cool.
Nice. Okay, I'll just. Nice. Whoa, good job.
So I think this side hike gets skipped pretty often from people that either don't know about the arch or they are running short on time, trying to get through very quickly. So it's nice that we've got pretty much an extra day more than what most people do when they're going Lee's Ferry from White House. We got some limbo action going on. Oh, hardcore parkour! Nailed it. Oh, but I'm excited to be back here and check this out. It's super epic and awesome.
Okay, now,
You rock. Wait, close your mouth and smile.
wow. He's so strong.
I made the group stop so that we could go check out a panel of petroglyphs that I didn't know was here. Look to my left and boom. Oh, there they were. So we're gonna go take a look. Oh, cool. This is a really cool panel. There's a lot more going on here than you can see down from the river. This is awesome. There's more this way. Oh, wow.
If you feel so inclined.
But you can definitely see a lot from where you're standing. Sitting. That's super cool. Hey guys, what's up?
We'll talk about experiencing 3 seasons in 1 week. The wind is still just kind of gnarly and it's cooling down and the sun is now getting lower in the sky, but we are in our camp for the night and hopefully the wind doesn't get too crazy so we can eat and enjoy ourselves without having to run off to our shelters. As expected, I didn't really film much once we got into camp, and that's just for the sake of we've enjoyed being together as a group and just hanging out, getting our cooking done and going through the group stuff that we've got planned. So yeah, it's been awesome, but sun's down, we're getting ready to go to bed, getting ready to just kind of clean things up and get ready for a night of sleep, and we're on to day 5. That said, I'm gonna go to bed and we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning to you. It's just another beautiful morning here next to the river, and we're just getting things going today. Everybody's starting to wake up, and it's not as cold as I thought it was going to be, which is good. And not quite as overcast as it kind of forecasted to be, so that's also positive. Just don't want to be walking in the rain today. We're going to do about 9 miles to Wilson Ranch, and then from there we'll just have a nice short day out tomorrow. But logistically we can't go out today for a couple different reasons, but it's only about 12 miles back to the car, so definitely doable. But one more night. We're getting the party started. Blue skies, which is beautiful. So happy about that. But who knows what's gonna happen tonight. And it's windy, it's cold, but getting walking to get warmed up and get closer to the car today. Last night was a good camp. I like that campsite right next to the river. High enough though that if you had any kind of flash event, wouldn't be an issue. And yeah, should be a good day. We're doing 9 miles ish. We'll see how everybody's feeling. Make a quick exit tomorrow. We'll call it. This is great content. Getting
colorful water.
colorful,
Wearing out the filters.
one syringe at a time.
In 1 second.
Okay, but real. We're at Wilson Ranch. We are filling one syringe at a time, 50 milliliters. We got one more night. We're not going to the car. All right, we've made it to camp about an hour or so ago and got tents set up, and we are as close to the car as we can get because you can't camp in the Glen Canyon National Recreation Area. You have to camp outside of it. So we are as close as we can be to make a quick exit tomorrow. Just had dinner and pretty epic sunset going on here that I need to capture. So we're gonna get on that. Just a good day. Lots of terrain to cover, but yeah, let's get the sunset going. All right, my friends, sunset is done, and it is time to call it a night for tonight, and just hang out till it's time for bed. So we'll see you in the morning.
It's 6 a.m. Getting things all packed up, and we had some rain last night. It's gonna make packing up hopefully not too difficult, but first rain of the trip, which is kind of nice, and just getting a quick exit out of here because we've got about a 6.5, 7 hour drive to get home. So here we go.
Sky is amazing. Man, despite having rain last night, it is a cold morning, but it is so pretty. The sunrise with the clouds, like, it's so good. Oh, man. I'm ready to be done, be back to the car, which maybe have a mile left at this point. But what an experience this trip has been. So much fun to hang out with all these guys. Just an amazing group and an incredible place. Can't ask for anything better. Sorry to be cliche, but I'm gonna be. All right, just a little bit longer. Well, there it is. The Paria is done. I am on the gravel road. The group is gathering as I'm walking to get the van. What a phenomenal trip. Let's see if I can remember to get high fives from everybody here on camera. But if not, thanks for coming along. Thanks for joining. Thanks to Insta360 for sponsoring this video. Check out the Ace Pro camera. Super cool. And yeah, awesome experience. I'm just freaking stoked. Now it's time to get home for my daughter's birthday today. So thanks guys. We'll see you later.